guys, this is my off-road diesel fuel setup. It's pretty simple. I bought the drum, the pump, the fuel all from the same place. I think the pump was 40 bucks. The drum, I think they did charge me something on my first purchase for the drum because I didn't really save any money per gallon on that purchase, but on this purchase I looked pretty closely. I saved 30 cents a gallon roughly. I'll post the numbers in the video as a caption. So I am saving a little bit of money doing the off-road diesel, but I'll tell you really my biggest reason for doing this is I'm sort of at the semi-professional level to where I'm definitely doing this more than a hobby, but it's not my full-time job. I have a full-time job that I work 9 to 5. So everything you see on the channel, stuff I do on the weekends or the evenings or on vacation days, things like that. So my setup here, I got a hand pump, just a piece of garden hose. It doesn't have the rubber inside of it. It's got this garden hose has a plastic liner, so the diesel fuel doesn't eat it up. I actually could use a little bit of longer setup really, but my main reason for doing this is number one, save a little money, every dollar counts. And then number two is convenience. It's so much easier to be able to pull a vehicle in here, or a piece of equipment, not a vehicle. Because I couldn't pull the bucket truck in here even if I could. None of my other trucks are gas or diesel, they're all gas. I don't put this in on-road vehicles because the penalty would be too high. But I can pull it in, pull a tractor in, pull a skid steer, the excavator in here, fill it up. The hand pump pumps real fast. It's a lot better than going and getting a 5-gallon jug, which this has some on-road diesel in it now, because my last tank did run out and I needed some fuel. So the convenience is great, because I can just put this hose in the tank, pump away till I'm done. It also gives me the convenience that since I'm semi-professional, I do a lot of small jobs. I occasionally look at bigger jobs. If I needed to take this somewhere, if I knew I was going to be on a job for a week, I actually bid a job that I figured I was going to be on that job for 2 weeks. I was planning to take vacation from work. I had it saved up. It was going to be a very profitable job. And I bid it, but I ended up not getting the bid. But I was going to be there for 2 weeks. I was going to go through a lot of fuel. I was going to rent a larger excavator, and it was going to go through a lot of fuel. So I was going to need this. So this is something I could just pick up, load in the back of the truck, and sort of that would serve like transfer tanks. I don't really use enough diesel to warrant a transfer tank in the back of the truck. It just, it would be sitting there taking up space in the bed and not getting that much use. So I think it took us 4 months to go through our first tank of diesel, or drum of diesel here. And granted, that was summer. We're getting into winter, so things are going to slow down. So I expect this jug of diesel will last a lot longer. So in the end, that's my biggest reason. I do have 4 pieces of equipment. Convenience is number one, because I'll bring over here the tractor that I've been doing some work on the bush hog. But number one, those 5-gallon pails, they're kind of a pain to hold up here at height to fill stuff. Anytime I need to use something, it never fails. It's low on fuel when I check it. So it instantly, instead of actually going and doing work, I've got to go find my pail. I've got to go get in the truck, run down to the gas station, fill it up, come back, fill the piece of equipment, go put the pail up. It's just so much easier. Again, we're talking 30 minutes a trip, probably round trip to the gas station and back. So I'm not saving a ton of money, but I'm saving a ton of time, and time really is valuable. So that's the number one reason I go with the off-road diesel. I'll put, again, the numbers will be in the video, so you can sort of make a decision on whether or not that fits your life or not. And again, we started going through more diesel when we got these bigger tractors, 3600. It's an upper 40 horse tractor. It'll burn a good bit of fuel, but it actually seems pretty good. The excavator is 40 horse with a Kubota engine in it. It burns a good bit of fuel. It seems to be pretty thirsty. The skid steer we don't run a whole lot. It's 85 horse. it will burn a lot of fuel if you're running it pretty hard for long periods of time. So when you're doing that, even if I had an extra 5-gallon pail, I'd be back and forth to the gas station all the time. So when you get to this sort of semi-professional level, these start making more sense. When you get to professional level, full-on transfer tank, or even an on-site tank. So this company, I could procure like a 500-gallon tank, and I wouldn't have to take that in for them to fill it. They actually have a truck that runs routes, so they would actually come out here and fill that for me if I needed that, like 100 or 500-gallon tanks. So there's a lot of options in this space, and when you start going through more fuel, the discounts might even get better. I don't get really any of a discount on this, but that's my scenario, and hope it helps you guys make some better decisions on what's best for you at the time. And I'll try to keep this kind of content coming. If you like it, please give me the thumbs up button on the video. It definitely helps the channel out. Think about subscribing. Hope you guys have a good day.